Please, Lily, you have to help us. Mom begs on the phone. The bank is threatening foreclosure. We are going to lose the house. You are the only one who can co-sign for the refinance. I am sitting in my dorm room with my acceptance letter to medical school in front of me. You took my college fund, all $68,000, for Megan's wedding. That was different. Your sister needed. And now you need me to risk my credit to save your house? The house you still own because I paid for community college with student loans while Megan had a $30,000 wedding. Lily, please. No, actually, I already told the bank not to contact me. I also told them about the college fund you stole from the account that had my name on it. They were very interested in that. What? What did you do? I let the bank handle it. Good luck with the foreclosure, Mom. But let me back up. Let me tell you about the college fund my grandmother left me, and what happened when my mother decided my sister's perfect day mattered more than my future. I grew up in a house where love was divided unequally. My sister Megan was the golden child, 3 years older than me, blonde and bubbly, the kind of girl who made everything look effortless. She was popular in high school, had a string of boyfriends, and our mother treated her like she was made of spun glass and pure potential. I was the practical one, the smart one, the one who got good grades because I worked for them, not because I was naturally brilliant. Brown-haired, quiet, always reading. I was the daughter Mom did not have to worry about because I would figure things out on my own. My father died when I was 7, heart attack, sudden, no warning. One day he was there, teaching me fractions at the kitchen table. The next day he was gone. He left us okay financially. Life insurance, the house paid off, a settlement from his company. But the biggest thing he left me was a college fund, $50,000, set up in an account with both my name and Mom's on it. Dad had been specific in his will. This money was for my education, only mine, not Megan's. Mine. He had already set up Megan's fund years earlier. She was supposed to have $30,000 for college. But by the time she graduated high school, that money was gone. Mom had borrowed from it over the years. A little here for a car repair, a little there for a vacation, a little more for Megan's senior year expenses. I will pay it back, Mom always said. She never did. Megan did not care. She got into a state school, went for 2 years, then dropped out to work retail because college was boring. She moved back home, worked at the mall, and dated a guy named Travis who managed a car dealership. I watched Megan coast through life while I studied. I was determined not to lose my chance the way she had lost hers. I was going to go to college. I was going to become a doctor. I was going to make something of myself. Dad had believed in me. He told me so before he died. You are going to do great things, Lily. I know you are. That college fund was not just money. It was his belief in me, his investment in my future, his way of making sure I would be okay even though he would not be there to see it. I checked the account balance religiously. $50,000, growing with interest. By the time I was 17, it was up to $58,000. By the time I turned 18 and graduated high school as valedictorian with a full ride to the pre-med program at State University, it was $68,000. Enough for 4 years of expenses that my scholarship did not cover. Enough for books, housing, food, emergencies. Enough to let me focus on studying instead of working 3 jobs. I was going to be a doctor. I was going to make my dad proud. Then Megan got engaged. Travis proposed to Megan in October of my freshman year of college. Big production at a fancy restaurant, down on one knee, the whole thing videoed and posted to social media immediately. Megan called me squealing, "Lily, I am engaged. Can you believe it? Congratulations," I said, genuinely happy for her. Megan and Travis had been together for 3 years. He seemed nice enough. He made her happy. I am thinking June wedding. Mom is already helping me plan. It is going to be perfect. I went home for Thanksgiving, and wedding talk dominated every conversation. Color schemes, venues, dresses, flowers. Mom and Megan talked about nothing else. We are looking at this beautiful venue, Mom said over turkey. It is expensive, but Megan deserves the perfect day. How expensive? I asked. $15,000 just for the venue. But it is gorgeous, right on the lake, indoor and outdoor space. It is exactly what Megan wants. I nearly choked on my stuffing. $15,000 for one day? It is not just one day, Megan said, offended. It is my wedding day, the most important day of my life. I know, but that is a lot of money. Well, Some of us did not get full ride scholarships, Megan snapped. Some of us have to work for what we have. So yes, I want a nice wedding. I looked at Mom, expecting her to say something about budgets or being reasonable. She just patted Megan's hand. You deserve it, sweetie. We will figure it out. Over Christmas break, the wedding planning intensified. The budget kept growing. Venue, dress, catering, flowers, photographer, band. Megan wanted everything, and Mom was saying yes to all of it. Are you sure you can afford this? I asked Mom one night when Megan had gone to bed. I have some savings, Mom said vaguely. And Travis's parents are contributing. We will make it work. But the budget is up to $30,000 now. That is a lot. Your sister deserves a beautiful wedding, Lily. She did not get the opportunities you got. Let her have this. That comment stung. Megan had had the same opportunities I had. She just had not taken them. But I did not argue. It was not my money. It was not my wedding. I went back to school in January for spring semester. I was taking organic chemistry, biology, physics, brutal classes that required every ounce of focus I had. I was studying 12 hours a day, barely sleeping, pushing myself to maintain the GPA I needed for medical school. In March, I got a call from my bank. There had been unusual activity on my account. What kind of activity? I asked. A large withdrawal. $35,000 was transferred out last week. My blood went cold. I did not authorize that. The withdrawal was made by the co-owner of the account, Catherine Peters. That is your mother, correct? Yes, but that is my college fund. She cannot just take it. It was left to me by my father. According to our records, the account has two names. Both owners have full access. Is there fraud you would like to report? I sat there, phone in hand, understanding crashing over me like a wave. Mom had taken my money, my college fund, the money Dad left for me. No, I said quietly, no fraud. Just check the balance for me. $33,000 remaining. $33,000. She had taken $35,000. I called Mom immediately. You took money from my college fund. Silence. Then, Lily, I can explain. You took $35,000 from the account Dad set up for my education. I needed it for the wedding. For Megan's wedding? You stole my college fund for Megan's wedding? I did not steal it. I am the co-owner, and I will pay you back, I promise. After the wedding, once things settled down, you said that about Megan's college fund. You never paid that back. This is different. Travis's parents are contributing. We will have extra after the wedding. I will put the money back. When? When will you put it back? I need that money, Mom. For rent, for books, for food. That money was for me to get through college without drowning in debt. You have a scholarship. You are fine. Megan does not have anything. This wedding is important to her, and my education is not important to me. You are going to be a doctor. You will make plenty of money eventually. Megan works retail. This wedding is the biggest thing that will ever happen to her. Try to have some perspective. I was so angry I could not speak. I hung up. I checked the account again. $33,000. Mom had taken more than half my fund. I called Megan. Did you know Mom took my college fund for your wedding? She mentioned she was helping us out with some funds. My college fund, Megan? The one Dad left me. $35,000. Oh, pause. I mean, Mom said it was fine. That you would not mind. I do mind. That is my money. For my education. Lily, I am getting married. This is important. You have a scholarship. You do not even need the full amount. Why are you being so selfish about this? Selfish. She called me selfish. Forget it, I said, and hung up. I looked at my budget. With the remaining $33,000, I could make it through college. Barely. I would have to work part-time, take out some loans, live as cheaply as possible. Medical school would be entirely loans. I would graduate with massive debt. Because my mother had decided my sister E's one-day party was more important than my 4-year education and my entire medical career. I went to my academic advisor the next day. I need to know about taking out student loans. She looked at my financial aid file. You have a full scholarship for tuition. What do you need loans for? Living expenses. My family situation changed. She looked at me with concern. Are you okay? No, I was not okay, but I nodded. I will be fine. I just need information about loans. I took out $15,000 in student loans. Enough to cover the gap Mom had created. Enough to survive the rest of college. But I would not forget what she had done. The wedding was in June, right after my freshman year ended. I did not want to go, but mom guilted me into it. If you do not come to your sister's wedding, you will regret it forever. This is family, Lily. I went. I wore a bridesmaid dress I had to pay for myself. $300 I could not afford. I smiled in photos. I gave a toast I did not mean. The wedding was beautiful, expensive, everything Megan wanted. Lakeside venue, strings of lights, elaborate dinner, open bar, live band, flowers everywhere, ice sculpture, specialty cocktails with custom names. I watched $35,000. My $35,000 turn into one 6-hour party. Megan looked beautiful. She cried happy tears. Travis looked proud. Mom looked satisfied, like she had accomplished something important. Nobody thanked me. Nobody acknowledged where the money came from. Nobody seemed to care that I was going to be paying off loans for a decade because of this wedding. I left the reception early, drove back to my apartment, sat in the dark. That night, I made a decision. I was not going to confront mom anymore. I was not going to beg for my money back. I was not going to make myself smaller to accommodate their selfishness. I was going to let consequences happen naturally. And when they did, I was not going to save anyone. Sophomore year, I worked 25 hours a week at the campus library while taking a full course load. I studied until midnight, worked mornings and weekends, ate ramen and rice. Mom called every few weeks. How is school? Do you need anything? No, I am fine. I am working on paying back that money. Do not worry about it. My voice was flat. I had accepted it was gone. Are you still mad about the wedding? I am not mad. I am just busy. The truth was I was not mad. I was cold. I had moved past anger into something harder. I had learned a lesson about where I ranked in my family's priorities, and I was adjusting my expectations accordingly. I cut my visits home down to the bare minimum. Christmas Day only. No Thanksgivings. No random weekends. When I was home, I was polite but distant. You have changed, Mom said at Christmas sophomore year. No, I just grew up. Megan and Travis bought a house that summer. A starter home. Small but nice. Mom helped them with the down payment. I thought you did not have any money, I said when Mom mentioned it. I had a little saved up. They needed help, right? I stopped expecting anything from her. That made things easier. Junior year, I started taking the MCAT prep. Medical school was my goal, my focus, my entire future. I studied relentlessly. I volunteered at the hospital. I shadowed doctors. I built a perfect application. I also watched my student loan balance grow. $15,000 became $18,000 with interest. Every payment reminder was a reminder of Megan's wedding. But I was going to make it. Despite everything, I was going to become a doctor. Senior year, I applied to medical schools. Good ones, top programs, places that would lead to excellent residencies and careers. I got into 3 schools, accepted at my top choice, a prestigious program with an excellent track record. The tuition was brutal, the loans would be massive, but I did not care. I was going to be a doctor. I called Mom to tell her. She congratulated me, then immediately started talking about Megan's pregnancy announcement. Megan was having a baby. That is nice, I said. Lily, you could sound more excited. You are going to be an aunt. I am excited. I have to go. I have studying to do. I graduated summa cum laude in May, top of my class. Awards and honors and a future so bright it hurt to look at directly. Mom and Megan came to graduation. They took photos. They said they were proud. I felt nothing. That summer, before medical school started, I moved into a tiny apartment near the university. I worked full-time to save every penny I could. I applied for every scholarship, every grant, every form of aid available. I had learned to survive without help, and I was good at it. Medical school started in August. First year was brutal, harder than anything I had ever done. The workload was crushing. The debt was terrifying. I was surviving on 4 hours of sleep a night and caffeine, but I loved it. Every lecture, every clinical rotation, every difficult case. This was what I was meant to do, and I had done it without them. It happened in November of my first year of medical school. Mom called, and I almost did not answer, but something made me pick up. Lily, I need to talk to you about something. Her voice was strained, worried. What? The house, the mortgage. I am having trouble making the payments. I was studying anatomy. I had an exam in 2 days. Okay, I need to refinance, get a lower payment, but the bank is saying I do not qualify on my own. My income is not high enough. I need a co-signer. My pen stopped moving. A co-signer. Yes, someone with good credit to guarantee the loan. I thought maybe you could. No, Lily, please. I will lose the house if I do not refinance. Do you want your mother to be homeless? You took my college fund. $68,000 became $33,000 because you decided Megan's wedding was more important than my education. I had to take out loans because of you. I am going to be $150,000 in debt when I graduate. Why would I risk my credit for you? That was years ago. Are you really going to hold that against me forever? Yes, Lily. No, I am not co-signing anything. Do not ask me again. I hung up, but I could not stop thinking about it. The house, the mortgage, the fact that mom was struggling. I did not feel bad for her. I felt curious. That weekend, I did some research, pulled public records on the house, looked at the mortgage history. What I found was interesting. Mom had refinanced the house twice since dad died, each time taking out more equity. The house was worth about $300,000. She owed $240,000. She had pulled over $100,000 out of the house over the years, and yet she claimed to be broke all the time. I kept digging. Credit reports are easy to access if you know how. I found mom's report. Technically identity theft, but I was on her mortgage as a minor, so I had some access. She had maxed out credit cards, $15,000 in credit card debt, a car loan, personal loans, and then I saw it, a home equity line of credit she had taken out 3 years ago, right before Megan's wedding. She had taken a line of credit against the house for $50,000, and she had used it for the wedding. She had not just taken my college fund, she had also mortgaged the house to pay for Megan's wedding. That wedding had cost her, and me, over $80,000. I sat in my apartment looking at these documents and felt something settle in my chest. Not anger, certainty. Mom had made financial decisions that were destroying her, and when the consequences came, she was going to ask me to save her. And I was going to say no. The calls increased over the next few months. Lily, I really need your help with this refinance. Lily, the bank is threatening foreclosure. Lily, I cannot believe you are willing to let me lose my home. I did not answer most of them. When I did, I said the same thing. No, I am not co-signing. Then Megan got involved. What is wrong with you? She demanded when she called. Mom is about to lose the house and you would not even help her. I have $150,000 in student loans because she took my college fund for your wedding. So no, I would not. That again? Lily, you need to let that go. It was years ago. It was 3 years ago. And I am still paying for it. Literally. You are so selfish. You have always been selfish. Just because you are in medical school does not make you better than us. I never said I was better than you. I just said I was not going to co-sign a loan. Mom gave you everything growing up. Mom gave you everything. She took from me to give to you. There is a difference. Megan hung up on me, but the pressure continued. Aunt Margaret called. Cousins I barely knew called, all saying the same thing. Help your mother. Save the house. Be a good daughter. None of them offered to co-sign themselves. I stayed firm. No, then 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, Mom showed up at my apartment. I opened the door and there she was, looking older and tired, holding a folder of papers. We need to talk, she said. I did not invite her in. We stood in the doorway. What do you want, Mom? I need you to co-sign. The bank is starting foreclosure proceedings. I have 60 days. After that, I lose the house. Then I guess you lose the house. Her face crumpled. How can you be so cold? This is the house you grew up in. The house your father bought. Do you not care? Dad bought that house with the understanding it would be paid off and provide security for his family. You have remortgaged it twice, taken out equity lines, and maxed out credit cards. You have turned Dad's legacy into debt. So no, I do not care if you lose it. I did what I had to do to take care of this family. You did what you wanted to do to make Megan happy. There is a difference. Mom's expression hardened. Megan needed help. She did not have the advantages you had. What advantages? The scholarship I earned? The grades I worked for? The college fund that you stole? I did not steal it. I borrowed it, and I needed it. Your sister deserved a nice wedding, and I deserved to graduate without $150,000 in debt. But here we are. You are going to be a doctor. You will make plenty of money. That is not the point. My voice rose. and I forced it back down. The point is, you made a choice. You chose Megan over me. You chose a one-day party over my 4-year education. You chose to take from me to give to her. And now you want me to risk my financial future to save you from the consequences of those choices. I am your mother, and I was your daughter. The one whose college fund you stole. The one you expected to just figure it out on her own. The one you never protected or prioritized or chose. Mom was crying now. Please, Lily, please, I am begging you. I have nowhere else to go. You have Megan, the daughter you chose, the one you gave everything to. Ask her to co-sign. She cannot. Her credit is not good enough. Travis already tried. You are the only one who can help, because I am the only one who was responsible with money. The only one who worked hard and built good credit and did not max out credit cards on things I could not afford. And you want to use that against me. You want to tie my credit to your bad decisions. I am not asking you to pay anything. Just co-sign. Just put your name on the loan. And when you default, which you will, because you cannot afford the payments, my credit is destroyed. My financial future is ruined. I could lose my ability to get a mortgage, to get certain jobs, to build a life, all because you cannot manage money. I would not default. You are already defaulting. That is why we are having this conversation. Mom flinched. Here is what is going to happen, I said, my voice cold and clear. You are going to leave. You are going to figure out your housing situation without me. And you are going to accept that the consequences of your choices are yours to handle, not mine. What about the house? What about your childhood home? Sell it, downsize, rent an apartment, figure it out. Like I had to figure out how to pay for college after you stole my fund. I did not steal. Yes, you did. You stole $68,000 from an account meant for my education. An account my father set up because he knew I would need it. An account you had no right to touch. That was theft. And now you are facing the consequences, and I am not going to save you. You are heartless, Mom whispered. You have become heartless. No, I just learned that I cannot depend on you. And now you are learning you cannot depend on me. Seems fair. She stood there for a long moment, tears streaming down her face. Then she turned and walked away. I closed the door and went back to studying. My hands were shaking. My chest was tight, but I did not cry. I had done the right thing. The foreclosure process moved forward. Mom called every few days, increasingly desperate. I stopped answering. Megan sent angry texts. I blocked her number. Family members sent me messages about how cruel I was, how I was abandoning my mother, how I should be ashamed. I ignored all of them. Then, in mid-December, I got a call from the bank. Miss Peters, this is Jennifer Chen from First National. I am calling regarding the mortgage account associated with your mother, Catherine Peters. She listed you as a potential co-signer, and we have been trying to process that application. However, in reviewing the account history, we noticed some irregularities. What kind of irregularities? There was an account connected to this mortgage, a custodial education account in your name. It appears funds were transferred from that account to your mother's personal account 3 years ago, a significant amount. We need to verify this was done with proper authorization. My heart started pounding. I did not authorize that transfer. My mother was the co-owner of the education account, but the funds were designated for my education only per my father's will. She took the money without my permission. I see. That complicates things. If the transfer was not properly authorized, that could constitute misuse of designated funds. We take that very seriously, especially when it involves education accounts. What does this mean for the refinance application? It means we cannot approve it. We cannot extend credit to someone who has a history of misusing designated funds, especially when family members are involved. The foreclosure will proceed. I understand. Thank you for letting me know. I hung up and sat very still. I had not reported Mom for taking the money, but the bank had found it anyway. And now there were consequences I had not even planned for. The house went into foreclosure in January. Mom and Megan sent me furious messages about how I had sabotaged the refinance, how I had reported Mom to the bank, how I had destroyed the family. I had not reported her. I had just told the bank the truth when they asked. Everything else, they found on their own. The house sold at auction in February. Mom moved into a small apartment. She had to downsize dramatically, sell furniture, start over with much less. Megan and Travis could not help her financially. They were struggling with their own mortgage and a new baby. Mom was on her own. For the first time in her life, She was truly on her own, with no house equity to fall back on, no education funds to raid, no daughter to guilt into saving her. Through the family grapevine, I heard she got a second job, that she was barely scraping by, that she regretted everything. I felt nothing. It has been 3 years since that conversation in my apartment doorway. I am in my 4th year of medical school now. I am doing my clinical rotations, applying for residency programs, preparing to become a real doctor. My student loan debt is massive, $180,000 after interest. It will take me years to pay it off, but I will pay it off. I have a plan, a budget, a future. I graduated from medical school in May. I'm matched to a competitive residency program in internal medicine. Everything I worked for is finally happening. Mom did not come to my graduation. I did not invite her. I have not spoken to her in 3 years. I have not spoken to Megan either. They are part of a past I have moved beyond. Sometimes people ask if I regret cutting them off, if I think I was too harsh, if I will ever reconcile. The answer is no. Mom made a choice when she took my college fund. She chose Megan's temporary happiness over my permanent future. She chose a party over my education. She chose to take from the daughter who worked hard to give to the daughter who did not. And when the consequences of that choice and all her other choices caught up with her, she expected me to save her, to risk my own financial future to protect her from her own mistakes. I said no, and I will keep saying no. Some people think that makes me cold, heartless, a bad daughter, but I know the truth. I am not cold. I am just no longer willing to set myself on fire to keep others warm. Dad left me that college fund because he believed in me. He knew I would work hard. He knew I would become something. He wanted to help me even though he would not be here to see it. Mom took that and spent it on flowers and a band and an ice sculpture that melted by midnight. I will never forget that. I will never forgive it. I am 26 years old. I am about to start my residency. I am going to be a doctor. I am going to help people and save lives and make a difference. And I did it despite my mother, not because of her. That is my revenge. Not hurting her, not destroying her, just succeeding so thoroughly that she has to live with the knowledge of what she chose to throw away. She chose Megan's wedding. She got Megan's wedding, and she lost her daughter who became a doctor. My family says I should have helped my mother keep the house no matter what. My friends say I had every right to refuse. What do you think? Was I wrong to let the bank foreclose after she stole my college fund? Or did she get exactly what she deserved? Drop your honest thoughts in the comments below. If you believe people should face the consequences of their actions, hit subscribe. I have got more stories of justice that will blow your mind.